Just got done at the dealer. Went to go for a test drive. How was the test drive?
Test drive sucked.
Why did the test drive suck?
Because it never happened.
Where are we heading to?
Negotiate for an RV.
Huh? You gotta speak up.
Negotiate for an RV?
We're gonna test drive an RV.
Oh, yeah.
Someone doesn't want to test drive it.
Scary.
Why are you scared of test driving an RV?
Yeah, because it's in close quarter Des Moines in downtown area.
It's not downtown, jeez.
Well, if the roads are down, like Crampton. It's not like big highways like the interstate.
So why do you want me to drive it?
Because I told you can fly an airplane. And you've parked an airplane before by other airplanes.
When we park an airplane, I've got 20 other people helping me park a fucking airplane.
I'll help you
Not
park
by
an
myself.
I'll help you park an RV. I trust you more than me. I can drive this truck.
What does that say again, louder for the camera?
I trust you to drive it more than me initially, and then until I get comfortable.
Just got done at the dealer. Went to go for a test drive. How was the test drive?
Test drive sucked.
Why did the test drive suck?
Because it never happened.
Why not?
Because they wanted $1,000, which is fine. Don't mind putting down $1,000, but we had to agree to their price right then and there in order to test drive it.
How much was their price?
$10,000 over what the RV Direct site says.
Apparently, if you go through RV Direct, you're not going to be able to get a test drive because they log it in their system somehow. Even though, according to the manager of the damn dealer, RV Direct is not, or what did he say?
At first he said, oh, they're my competitor. They're my competitor.
Even though they had RV1 signs all over the place. So, anyway, we're going to get dinner, go home, get on the internet, and do the RV1 route to save $10,000. And we'll just test drive it off the lot. So I can drive anything. I've driven crappier stuff.
It's refundable. So we said, okay, we'll be willing to pay the $1,000. And then they're like, okay. And so then he's like, oh, here's like 84,000 something plus, your, they don't call it sales tax here. It's like a one-time fee.
It's a lien or something.
A lien or whatever. But basically it's 5% sales tax is what it comes out to. And then your title and registration is like, it was like $415, whatever, with all of that. So it came out to like $89,000. And we were like, nope, because that's not the number in our head, because we knew with tax and title and everything, it should have been around in the 82s, 83 at the most. So, and we just weren't willing to pay that. We were willing to pay the 83. And if the guy would have negotiated with us whatsoever, we would have gone up to 85. But he said, oh, it's, he said that's an online store, and to get that price, they want people coming in from California and everywhere. We're like, we're here right in front of you. Like, we're willing to pay you this, and plus the title and tax and everything for it. Well, that's just to get people in from California and different places, and that wouldn't, they just know exactly what they want and they'll pay the price. Like, but we will pay.
This is what we want, and we're willing to pay this
Right. And he just kept saying that was basically your online store. They weren't, that it was his competitor. But then when you would say, okay, well then we'll put $1,000 down on it to hold it. And then he said, oh, well, once I do that, then you're not going to be able to get that price because it's all connected. We're like, so you're connected or you're not connected? Oh, well, yeah, we're different, but we're the same. We're like, and then he started telling Dave, he's like, oh, well, you can't just, you're going to buy it. And then he started, this was after I left. What did he tell you?
He said you can't trade it in.
Yeah, he thought he was going to.
You can't just buy it for that price and then eventually trade it in for the higher price. It's like I said, I'm not buying this thing with the intention to trade it in. I'm buying this with the intention to keep it for 10 to 15 years and enjoy it with my family.
And he basically insinuated that Dave was going to buy it at this cheap price,
trying to make some money off it,
to turn around and sell it.
Oh, Jesus.
We were like, really? Like, jackass. Because we're like, what's for people to say that if you're different, because we said to him, what to say that people won't say, okay, well then I want to come in, I'll pay you $1,000, I want to test drive it, but I want my money back.
Yeah, basically you test drive it, but you have to agree to their price that they give you to test drive it.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's what we said. It's bullshit. So, and then when he was just freaking, he started yelling at us, like no shit yelling about it. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm getting yelled at. And I said that we're getting yelled at. Oh no, that's not the way I'm interpreting. I'm like, well, or I'm meaning to come across. I'm like, but it is. Like, I feel like we are getting yelled at. And I'm like, I'm not spending money to feel like, or just to get yelled at. And so then he cut Dave off 3 times in a row. And finally, I was so pissed by this point, I was like, you know what? Because I was ready to tell him to fuck off. So I was like, you know what? I need to leave because I'm really angry right now.
What'd you say, Dad?
So then I left. I got up and left, and then he sat there.
He didn't care that you left. You just kept on talking.
Kept talking his bullshit to Dave, and that's when he started telling him that, oh, he's just going to buy it to resell it. So we're just like, screw you, buddy. And this was the manager talking to us because, we had talked to Terrell and said, okay, well, we have this number. This is what we'll pay, plus the tax title and everything. And he's like, okay, let me go talk to the manager. And he came back and said, oh, no, they can't do it for this reason. We're like, okay, but why? Like, you're all the same thing. And even they had signs around their store. With that branding. Like, all around it. With this
Really?
Yeah. RV1. Well, I don't know why it's on that piece of paper you printed out, because we're not necessarily part of them. Like,
I told him, if you look at RV1.com or RVdirect.com, this location is listed on that website as a location for that store. So you tell me why you're listed on there. You said if it's your competitor, then why is your store listed there? He's like, oh well, blah blah blah, and he kind of trumped around that.
So, whatever. If they don't want our business, that's fine. We'll just keep looking.